Sorry about that, y'all. Let me get this. There we go. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. All right. It looks like we possibly might not have our guest on for tonight. That's what took so long. I was trying to get a hold of him, and he must have gotten busy. Usually, he's really good about being on time. There he is. He's messaging me. He should be popping up. All right. I was going to say, usually he's really good about being on everything. Um, I don't know why we didn't have an intro this time. I thought it was there. Um, oh man. Okay. Let's see. Nope, that's not gonna work. Um, Give me just 1 second, guys. I'm gonna get this sent back and see if we can get this figured out here real quick. He's not getting the link. That's the problem. So let's do this. We're gonna send it here. This is why I sent it a while ago, but we all got things going on. How is everybody doing this fine Wednesday? Hope everybody's doing great. I hope everybody's getting ready for the weekend. Hope everybody great Mother's Day. That was pretty. That was kind of a breath of fresh air to spend some time with. What? Oh, there he is. There we got a guest here. But Mother's Day just passed, so if you guys, hopefully everybody had a great Mother's Day. Let me go through these comments quick. We'll get Kentay up on here and see what we got going on. Yo, Rich, hey y'all. What is that? Just have to see my boy Zilla. Get to Slapfest to see my boy Zilla. All right. So, without further ado, I have my brother, Kentay Cowboy, and we'll go into how we met and a lot of that stuff here in just a little bit. We're going to get right into it. What's up? What's up?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
We had a little bit of a slow start tonight, y'all, but we are getting it together. Get this blown up. How was your Wednesday going, Kentay?
It's going good. How your Wednesday going, bro?
Just like any other, stay grinding.
Man, I'm down
I
here.
woke up. Hell yeah, you still there? Um, I woke up this morning and was inspired by some things on the internet to go ahead and write some music because I try to write every day. I'm sure most of us as artists try to write something every day, even if we don't get a chance to record all the time. I try to write or even read something every day. I've been. This is one of the books I'm reading right now. How to Make Shit Happen.
Okay.
Uh, it was written by the guy that created Lions Not Sheep. Um, it's actually really good. It's a short book. This is another one, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Another short book, but I'm really big on these kind of books because there's a lot of self help there. I never really got into that, and I'm very slow at reading. Like when I read, I have to reread it like 15 times every sentence because I don't retain it. And it's crazy because then I'll read lyrics that I wrote and be like, bang, 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 bang. But then I read a story and I lose myself because I don't know. My thoughts are always going.
Yeah, I'm something like that. I like to let it process in my brain and then read it again one more time just to make sure I'm reading what I read. So I'm the same way.
Yeah, I think that's what it is too. Is as creative. humans, a lot of people don't understand. Very creative humans, our brains are very overactive. That I'm not saying that we're smarter than anybody else. I'm just saying we have very overactive brains. Our brains are constantly going, and especially entrepreneurs like us, that it depends on us to make our money. It depends on us to be able to take care of our families and stuff. Our brains are, as providers too, it's doom, 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 doom.
Like moving
So
like a
we have
rocket.
to, right. It's just watching a movie. You watch a movie one time, yeah, it's a great movie. You watch it again, you're like, man, I didn't even catch all that. That's because our
Yeah.
brains are always very active. Um, so we're gonna get right into it. I want to let these people know who is Kentay Cowboy. So with a couple questions, hopefully we can give them a little insight on who you are. We're a whole list of questions. I figured this stuff out. Make sure I have my questions because sometimes I get high and then I'm like, I don't remember what the hell I was going to say. So after the first one, I realized write your questions down, Rich.
For
Um,
sure.
so did you grow up in Columbus, Ohio?
Yes.
Okay, so growing up, I didn't know if I didn't know for sure if you grew up there. I thought for sure you grew up there, but I knew you were from there. How did being growing up there shape your form of the country and the rap?
So
How was Columbus an influence on that?
my grandfather is from Mississippi, and he the most cowboys person you'll ever meet in your life. Like he's a down soul cowboy. You couldn't tell him nothing less. I grew up on the south side of Columbus, but more so like Southfield, like the country part of it. And that's where my grandfather was living at. So every time I get out of school, I go to my grandfather's house. He had a little farm down 23, like right there before you get to Chili. So it's like it's like the country life, but then it's the hood part. So that's why I'm a gangster cowboy. That's why I came up. I'm a country rapper. That's where I got being a gangster cowboy. I'm like, I don't want to just be a regular cowboy. I want to be a gangster cowboy.
That's what's up. And
So
that's something that a lot of people don't realize about us here in Ohio. So many people from outside of Ohio look at Ohio in one way or another. They look at Ohio either all country and there's no city, like no real city. There's no real city shit that goes on. That's obviously a lie.
man,
Columbus, Dayton, Youngstown, Cincinnati, Cleveland. These are very. I mean, you look up statistics, it's about as city as it gets. It ain't no more, no less city than any of these other big cities across the nation. But the other side of it is a lot of people look at Ohio and they're like, "Oh, well, it's all that. There's no real country boys." And it's like, bro, we're in Central Ohio. Central Ohio means you go 30 feet that way and you are in a field. You go 30 feet that way, you are in downtown in the city. Like you might be
man,
in the hood and literally cross a little creek and a tree line and be in the country.
for
It's
sure.
crazy here.
That's what I be telling. We got the best of both worlds. We got the city and the country.
Well, and we get the best of all the worlds of the weather. People are always like, "How do you all deal with all the weather changes throughout the year?" I'm like, "I love it
Man.
because I don't get stagnant. Being hot all the time isn't always the best thing for me. Being cold all the time is not what I want. I want
Yeah,
I want all of it. It's like going to a buffet. I like
man.
buffets.
All you can eat. For sure.
Uh,
I, I done lived in the
so
Miami, all that, but I love Ohio better than most states. For sure I do.
when
Sure.
for the most part, I feel like Ohio is a very receptive state to a lot of things. There's a lot of different viewpoints here. Ohio isn't just all everybody thinks this way or everybody thinks this way. So we literally get a big gumbo of different types of people here. So I love it. I love it here. So what was the first What was the first song that you did where you were like, I got something different here. I got something special.
The very first song I did, it was Quality Time. I
I was
was
going to say
up
quality
at
time.
FM. Yep, I was up at FMCMG. Hex was recording me. I just my cousin. It was me and my cousin. I'm like, man, I'm about to try to make something like for Paw Paw and Moo Moo. And I'm like, they was like, what you gonna make? I'm like, I'm just gonna do one take on something. And so I did Missing My Best Friend. I'm like, oh, I could do country now. I'm like, ooh, I like that. And I'm like, I gotta make something catchy. Then I did Quality Time, and it's like I knew right then and there, like, this is it. I'm gonna die doing country music. I'm in love with it. I'm the best at it. And this is just something that's running through my head. But everybody was laughing at me and they was like, oh man, this is gimmicky, this and that. And now they love it, and they like they support it. So, everybody ain't a believer until you make them a believer. But yeah, it was definitely Quality Time.
Oh yeah, and I remember how I first found you was you were doing the crowd controls and you won the crowd control. And I was going to do crowd control that year, and I think I had a show or something. And I ended up, I still haven't done like competed in a crowd control. Yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
competed in a crowd control at all. But I seen you there, and I kept seeing all this footage and stuff, and the headlines like gangster cowboy takes over, this scene, and I'm like, well, I'm a country rapper, so I was like, who is this guy? And I started attention. I was like, okay, I see it making noise, and he's different. He's got this I don't give a fuck attitude. I loved it, and then I think we really got to meet and got to kind of get to know each other on the Doobie Run. We did quite a few shows together, and that's where I really got to be like, this dude is one of my favorite performers I've ever seen. Like, I was like, I got to work with this guy. He's got you had the drive. You told me, kind of the story of how you got into, where you were at. And speaking of which, I go into personal stuff, everything here. That leads me right into one of my next questions. Is I know you had a bad tragic accident quite a few years ago. And when I asked you what T4L meant and everything, can you kind of give a backstory on that so people kind of see where all this comes from?
Okay. Before I went on tour with Doobie, like I was so hot. Like they was booking me in Atlanta, they was booking me in Miami, they was booking me everywhere. So down in Kentucky, it was Louisville. I was on my way to Tennessee. A semi truck. I had caught a flat. I had a big old Kentay cowboy van on 28s, mounted up, my face all over it, and I caught a flat. I pulled over, and a rig ran into the back of us, and that got me my first $1 million 2.5 years later. But it really it took a lot from me. Like I wanted to give up. It's like I was trying to chase my dreams. T4L is Tunchi Lee for life, which is my brother. Then I lost my other cousin, and then that's where the song Demon Time really came about. And it's just like it was like the more I was getting closer, it was like the more the devil was trying to attack. And then on tour, man, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try one more time. My leg got healing after that accident or whatever. Then I went on tour. I'm gonna go on tour. This one I just had first. I been knew who Doobie was, but I never actually knew who Doobie was. I knew who Highlight was. I grew up with Highlight, but I was a fan of his music. I'm like, man, he hard. He hard. I'm like, I'll go on tour with him. My manager like, you gotta go. You gotta go. It's my dude. You going? Boom. Then I went. And it just was nothing but love. They showed me nothing but love. I'm like, oh, and then I'm like, God damn, who is this motherfucker with this cowboy hat coming out talking about some yeah? I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm loud talking about let's ride. I just knew like the chemistry was gonna be fire, and like from that day, what was that like 3 4 years ago? I'm like, these are my brothers. We may not be together every single day, and I'm gonna stick with them through it all because I know with them we all gonna get higher. It ain't gonna be no fake love, no animosity. it's gonna be genuine. We all got our own money. We all grinding. We all trying to win and go to the top. And I'm really blessed that I met y'all because it was really a win-win for all us all for real.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean that's obviously we got some stuff planned for you for all out there in the near very near future. We can't really say much, but you know what I'm saying. We got some things together. We're gonna put the gangster cowboy and the country rapper white trash motherfucker together and give y'all something. We did drop a song called Karma within the I don't even know how many months ago that was, but within the last year we did drop Karma together. If you guys get a chance, make sure you go stream that up. It's a really good song. He sent it over to me, and at the time that he sent me the song, we were actually at the tattoo shop. He just airdropped it. He said, "Here, cheers, do what you want with it." And I was like, "Bro, at that moment in time, I was going through some crazy shit, and that song literally was like." I get to release something on here. It was just crazy how things worked, like how we ran into each other on this tour together. We clicked really well, and then he sent me, and then you sending me the song. At that time, it was like I look at signs, so I was like, I'm going to continue to keep trying to, build this relationship here. Not even just in the music, just as a friend. Like I I I would come to the cookout, and like and now we become family. So,
It's cutting
um,
in and out. I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm still on here. I don't know what's going on.
yeah, I can see you and hear you. It went blocked out for just a second, but I got you. Um, so name two artists. You tell me what you feel their how they exist in your music DNA. Tim McGraw and Lil Wayne.
Tim McGraw. So Tim McGraw is my favorite country artist. Like man, like his drive and his power and his lyrics and like the melody of his voice and his music, and then Lil Wayne is just so like Lil Wayne is fire. Like he the best rapper alive for sure, and no matter how many years or how long it's gonna be, but. I don't know. Most of y'all on here, y'all know, y'all definitely know my music. Some of y'all do. I lost my brother. I lost my cousin. I lost my other cousin. Man, I was so close to her before in the eighth. Man, I love to skate. I popped them zennies and the cat would love to pop them beans. Bitch, it's just like you gotta really understand people
I'm
like,
on demon time. Demon
yeah,
time.
I'm on D-man time. It's just like like it's gangster, but it's real life. And I ain't gonna say I'm a lyricist or nothing, but I be definitely putting the words together like whatever. Like, wow, he definitely did that for sure. You can't hand down and that's what Lil Wayne do. He get very creative. He go in for the kill. And Tim McGraw is like, if anybody that is anywhere in the country industry, the music, wherever lane you in, you gotta respect Tim McGraw, man. He really paved the way for a lot of country artists, and I don't care what nobody say. That's
Oh,
my top favorite
absolutely.
artists.
Absolutely. I agree completely. So there is something coming up that you're going to be on that we made sure, and mind you, a lot of the people that are watching from here, a lot of these questions I do already know the answer to. That's the whole point, is to give you guys people like Kentay that I feel like are winning. Even though I wouldn't consider Kentay country rap, he's definitely in that is more gangster, gangster. I mean, cowboy. I mean, that's really what it is. He's got his own style. So if you haven't checked him out, make sure you go check out that music. But something that's coming up that I think is really going to broaden your horizon, because the country rap world doesn't really know who Kente Cowboy is yet. So we got you on Redneck Rave 2025. How are you feeling about that? What do you expect from Redneck Rave 2025?
So I'm going in like I'm about to be on the stage with some great my brother and some great motherfucking artists. I done did a show, I done met some of the guys, and I'm just telling y'all, it's finna be fantastic. It's finna be a ball, man. It fits right into my character, you know. Definitely, I got a redneck. and I love to motherfucking party. I love to rave, and ain't nobody ever gave a party better than me. You can't have a party without a Kente. Like you hear me? Can't have a party without a Kente party because the Kente party don't stop. And I know this part. I know it's about to go live. I know it's about to go hard. We about to go in. We about to have a blast from the past. So I'm
Yeah,
looking forward to it.
it's definitely a party. It's a redneck rave is kind of like you. It's its own thing. Kente Cowboy is his own thing, its own thing. It's a Kente Cowboy is an entity at this point. And I'll tell you guys, when they come in, it's not like Kente comes in, walks into a show, and it's just Kente. He's got a team with him all the time. He's got a very dedicated team that supports the shit out of him, and his team is actually massive. I've seen there. He's got so many people that really, really, really support what he's doing. And at the very least, he's always still got, Wood and a couple other people that are always right there with him, no matter what. So that's something I like too. Is it's okay to move by yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. But the way you guys move as a unit, that's something I love to see. Everybody's got each other's back, whether it's good, bad, ugly, whatever it is. I see it, and you've built a really good family, and this is why you're here right now talking on winning Wednesdays, because like I tell people, it's not just about winning with numbers. It's not about winning as being the best rapper or singer. For me, winning Wednesdays is being able to show people that you're winning in life. We woke up today, we're already winning.
For
That's the
sure.
biggest thing. But you're taking something, and you've had a lot of negativity that's came your way in your life, and I've never seen you like really upset or mad. You do a good job of keeping things very positive, and that's something that I admire a lot, because I can't do that a lot of times. I get too in my head about these shows because I'm trying to run the show and make sure everything is perfect. And if somebody isn't on point, at a show, at a live show, those are what I love the most. Those performances. So if the sound guy isn't on, I'm like, and I have to bring it back down. And it's almost like, what would Kente do? We need some bracelets that says, what would Kente do?
It's like this, man. I feel like if you ain't living, you're dead. So if we gonna sit right here and count all the toddy marks about where we fucking up at, or we messing up at, we can't go on. That's why I done seen you, but I'm like, you know what? Every time Rich come on, I done took a little bit from everybody. I'm like, he always got his signs up. I done got my signs. I said he always got his merch on point. Like everywhere I go, I gotta get me. I done took 50,000 pictures in every merch you done had, but I'm like, it's always together. So you know what? I'm gonna tell you this: it's easier said than done. But you doing fantastic, and you make winning look as easy as it can be. I mean, I may not show that I get angry as much because I've been an angry person in my younger life. So I'm like, some things I can't change. So I'm just gonna ride with the flow. And I ain't looking to be bigger than nobody. I'm just looking to do my part. And if I do my part, my grandfather always told me, he said, if they don't do nothing, if they don't like you, if they don't love you, you just make them remember who you are and you'll go a long way and be always respectful in yourself. And and that's what I
Yep.
see from you. People may talk stuff about us behind our back, but in all reality, we the ones that's really risking it all, giving up all our family time, all our from our kids, our family. We putting all our money. People don't really know the struggles behind it, but because we make it look easy. See, people think it's easy on mine, but I'd be like, boy, he got it way worse than me. Like this family, then you got to deal with some friends that then probably done stabbed you in your back end. But I can say that most of my family and even the people I call family, they know like, oh, Kente's a good person. He's crazy as fuck. He ain't gonna do nothing crazy to fuck you over. But if you treat him good, he gonna treat you better. And that's just where I'm from. Great energy. You give me the energy, I'm gonna give you 20 times and I'm gonna spread your name like a coronavirus. We're going up. Everybody.
Yes,
So
sir. Well, and that kind of leads me right into the next part that I wanted to talk about. You're very, very vocal about being very family oriented. Actually, at the last show, you brought your boy out. He was up there playing drums, and I'm talking his boy. How old? Is he? 7,
He
8,
he's
somewhere in
seven,
there.
seven.
7, 8. He's up there playing on the drums. He's on the stage. He was very charismatic. If I thought, hey, I want to know what one of Kentay's kids act like, that was exactly what I would expect. He come right up, dap me up. He's just got that super charismatic. And so with being so open about being very family oriented, how do you find a way to balance it? Being able to spend time with family and is you're on the road a lot. You're on the road even more than I am. And I feel like I'm out there a lot. And I'm like, I see you and you're always moving. So how do you balance?
I put God first, and I tell my family like, everybody, we're gonna go through the rains, we're gonna go through the struggles. There's gonna be some sleepless nights and some long days, but at the end of the tunnel, we're gonna be set for life. I want my kids to be good. And I really love the music, but I don't know if my children gonna love it as much as I do. And I really know where this life could really take possibly everybody, not just me. If I win, you win. If it like the people around me win. It ain't just like I'm gonna be boom, I blow up and I'm gonna forget where I come from. Like money does not move me, but I want to be the person that can help the people that help me along the way and help the ones that couldn't help me, help the ones that talk bad about me. Like when people say, "Oh, if you ain't got no haters, you popping." I ain't got no haters. I got confused souls, and sometimes they get lost, but they gonna get back on track. I really don't balance it out, but I just be like, you know what? Hate me now, babe, but in about a couple more months you're gonna love me because then you can get all the whatever you want. And she's very understanding. She surprised me with a whole lot of things. She helps me with my music career. My family do. Like my brother Kim Wood, that is my best friend. That's my manager, my right hand. Like I couldn't be where I am today. Not only for of course God and my other family, but him, he plays a big part. And he sacrificed a lot as well as me. And so do my other siblings and friends. But you know how it is. You know how you arguing with the wife and the kids like, okay, dad, but we had this. I'm like, yeah, we got it. And I guarantee you, we're gonna fix it. We're gonna get there. But right now, daddy working or, you know, babe, I'm working.
Yep. And a lot of people don't get that. That's one of the hardest parts about doing what we do is looking at the people that we love the most and saying, hey, I need more from you. And I need you to understand this, even though I can't even fully explain it. I just know that I got this dream that I know can happen. And I need you to believe me. And I need you to trust me. And that's a hard thing to ask the people that we love. I see a question. Pocket full of shrooms. What is it? When Chop's not on here yet, he'll be on at about 9:30 tonight. We do Winning Wednesdays for 1 hour. Where I highlight an artist that's within the genre that and try to get you guys hip to some new artists. Rich, if you would please, sir. I don't know what you're asking. Can you drop this man's link? It's just Kentay Cowboy or Kentay. It's just Kent Cowboy on everything. Kentay T4L. I know you can type in that and it'll find him. Um, Kentay. I'm going through the comments here to make sure there's nothing. Oh, there's somebody dropped some YouTube. Now, right at the end of the show, I am going to play his new single. It's called Liquor Talks. Um, as a matter of fact, we might as well talk about that. I feel like, and I'm sure yeah, I can tell you feel the same. This is one of them ones. Like this
Sure,
is as soon as you hear this song, it just grabs you. Like
for sure.
okay, so uh wait, was this one of those deals like you said earlier where you just went in, you were like, I want to make something, boom, and it just dropped, or was it something that you planned for it to, you sit down and wrote it previously, or how did it come about?
It's my uncle, my mom's brother. He about probably like 5 feet, 2 feet, but he his liquor always talking, and I'm like, man, I got to make a song about this dude. Like that's my favorite uncle, It's the ones that never leave you. You know, every uncle run away. They go to the military. But this was the uncle that always was whooping me when my dad wasn't around, teaching me wrong from right. But he always was drunk and he always be talking to himself. And I'm like, I'm gonna make a song about him and I'm gonna inspire it to blow up because even though he drank, he still was a positive role model in my life. So it's definitely about my uncle. I'm sitting there. I just came up with it. And I try to use to always try to steal his beer and pour it out. He's like, "Nah, you ain't taking my beer. Leave my beer alone." I'll walk away and he talked to his beer for a couple minutes, or he'll talk to the bottle. And that's where I came up with. I'm like, I am holding them and a glass of my best friend, and I know she's gonna be here. So I try to switch it up for real to make them grab a hold of it, like make the bottle seem like it's a best friend and his lover at the same time. So I'm like,
Right.
I'm gonna get creative and I'm gonna put it together. And woo wee, have it's been getting it's been knocking down charts. I done performed about like almost 10 states already for it. I'm supposed to go to Atlanta. I'm supposed to be getting booked in North Carolina. This song is really gonna end up changing all of our lives for real. For real, for real.
Yeah, it definitely exudes a constant. I feel like it's going to be a song that's going to, stand the test of time. And I think, especially with backstory, not even hearing the backstory when I listen to that song, it kind of gave me a nostalgia. And it's crazy that you just told us the backstory because I was a big drinker for many years, and obviously most people know I don't really drink hardly at all anymore. So when I heard that song, I was like, man, I feel this. Like,
Mhm.
for so long, that drink was my best friend. It was my lover. It was everything, my crutch, everything. So I felt it. And I know there's so many people out there that are going to, that if they haven't heard it yet, they're going to completely get exactly what you're trying to say there.
For sure.
Um, and that being said, like you said, talking about your uncle and stuff, you've got a crazy swagger about you, like, and I love it. So that swagger and the vulnerability that you exude in your music are two things that I don't see from other artists. Either somebody vulnerable, but they don't know how to have humility, or they have humility, but they don't know how to be vulnerable. And you take this both things and you cross it together. Like, how do you strike that balance? Like,
It's that's where the T4L come in. So it's God and it's my brother. He just was a lover. He loved animals. He loved everything. And I used to be a very shy person. I'm like, I'm funny. I'll make somebody laugh off the bat. But my brother, it's like when he passed, he left something in me and he gave me what I was afraid to do myself. He's like, at the end of the day, being yourself is not gonna hurt nobody. Being out and cool. Some people like I gotta hold that because I don't want nobody to think I'm soft. Everybody can look at me and see I'm a brick wall. So that soft is not in me. I'm nobody to push over. But I just love sharing my energy. Like, come on, Rich, let's go. Let's do this. Let's go jump in the crowd or you like at a show when they making us mad and they not, you feel me, doing what they supposed to do to make us feel as good as we supposed to feel. Because remember this, everybody counts. Your fans counts, your friends counts, the worker counts. Everybody is a big part of this and when you're doing it. But one thing is like you always, I ain't never ever heard you downplay nobody. I never heard one bad word from you. So if anybody ever said something bad about Rich, I'm like, oh yeah, oh well, damn, oh yeah, well, huh? I don't know. I ain't never seen it, but shit, everybody got their own opinion because some
right.
people walk behind my back and be like, Kentay's a piece of shit. Da, 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 da. But I don't want to be a superstar. I want to be family to everybody, and I want everybody to understand, like. You my family. You know how we do it at every show. Come on, come closer. I want to feel that
Yep.
energy. I want to feel that love. Because if it ain't love, then I don't want it. And when you give love, it's like it's the way of life. Whatever you give the world, it's gonna give it back to you 100%. It may not give it to you when you want it, but it's gonna be right on time for sure.
Exactly. It will always be on time. That's the thing that so many people don't realize is it's not always going to be when you want it or how you want it. It's going to be how it's
For sure.
supposed to be. If people ask me all the time, they're like, "Why ain't you? On. Well, first of all, I feel like I'm on because I've got people like you in my life. I've got I've done so many things in this music business. Like my resume goes back, 18 years. And the biggest thing is I stayed here and I did my music and I balanced that and I still got to be at every single daddy daughter dance. I still got to watch my both my kids graduate high school. You know, I am on, but people get this perception of you have to be this or you have to be that. Why does it have to be this? Why can't I can't be successful unless I'm Lil Wayne status? What? Like no. What matters to me is I can go to any one of these shows and run into, my Kentay, or I can run into JT, or all these people that I've met through this, Zilla Gorilla. I'm commenting and thing. I can run into these people, and it's always a lot of energy as far as these people really respect me. I really respect them. That's what makes me feel like I'm on. I don't need to be selling out arenas, but that's the image that people put on us. And that's why so many of us artists within this circle here and the redneck rave circle, I keep bringing that back in, but that's a big so many people in the redneck rave. I got so many close friends and family now, and I don't really have friends. I either have family or I have associates. Either way, you're gonna get respect from me. But my family I hold very dear, and I've met so many of my family through redneck rave or the tour with Doobie or all these tours, show appearances, whatever it may be. I try to meet somebody new. Jessica Knowles, a big shout out to Jessica. She is a huge, huge fan of all of us in this music business. She's in the chat right now talking. I'm gonna put her comment up here on the screen. Um, but Jess is like one of those ones that we've met and she's become, part of the family. Like we love her to death. Like we go through things with her just like any other family. She's got a baby on the way. So congratulations to Jess. So she's probably going to
Sure.
be out, out for the count in a little bit, but we'll see her soon. But that's what it's about. I got way off on a tangent there. Usually
That's all right. That's you let it on now. Like that's that now you starting to be like Kente. You getting a little vulnerable. But in my eyes, you are a superstar. Like I don't care. Even if even if it's a little room, small 10 by 10, I guarantee you pack it out. And rather if they think it's big, we gonna make it seem as bigger than a Lil Wayne concert. How many people get
right.
to say they had a great time at a Lil Wayne concert? You've been sitting in a chair all the time. You come to a white trash motherfucker party. You gonna get up. You gonna dance. You gonna fill out your body. You gonna get a couple shots. You gonna get a handshake, a picture, and a hug. You can't get that. You can't get that from no big celebrity. And whether you think they big, we are big in our hearts. That's what we big at. We already made it for real.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
I,
That's what
I'm
they
I'm
don't.
the best. I'm the best that I know. Just like you feel like you're the best that you know, and that's how we should feel.
For
It
sure.
doesn't have to be a competition. I don't have to be like, oh man, Kente's got mad energy. I got mad energy on stage. A lot of artists would have when me and you met. A lot of artists would have looked at it like, oh, he's a threat. And both of us had the same mentality, like, nah, this dude's got energy that matches my energy. I love it. I want to take that and take these two flames and put them together and make a bigger flame.
For
So
sure.
many people want to compete all the time. And there's a way to be to have a healthy competition. Like if we're on a song together, obviously we're going to try to be to give the best that we can give to that song. It may not be the best that puts me on that pedestal. I may back off a little bit on that song or on that performance because I feel like, hey, he's stronger on this part, but so many artists they wouldn't look at it like that. They'd be like, man, he's stronger than me on this part, so I'm gonna figure out a way to cut him out. Nah. Then
No,
if you cut that person out or cut this thing out, then every little piece of that puzzle isn't there, and then the puzzle never gets completed.
for
So
sure.
when people do that, when you cut one corner, you create two every time. You
For
cannot cut
sure.
a corner off of a piece of paper and not create two more corners. Now you have two corners to contend with, and that just makes everything way harder for everybody. I'm gonna try to get through a couple of these questions running out of time. We see this is how the good ones like this we roll right through them, and then the time goes so quick. It's like, man, we had a whole hour and it felt like it was 10 minutes.
Sure.
So with country rap still carving its identity, how do you see yourself contributing to the evolution of the country rap genre?
I feel like I'm gonna do my part. So I ain't trying to be. Don't get me. I don't judge nobody, and I love everybody, but I'm not trying to be the one that blow up in country and then like go back to rap. I love rap, but I want to leave from country to country rock or country pop. I want to do something different every time that I didn't do. So I feel like me and you gonna step in this lane. We ain't gonna step in the line. We already in this lane. We just climbing the ladder. We taking step by step. People don't see where we coming at, but guess what? I was just in where was I? I was in Indianapolis. And it's like, oh, what's up? That's the cowboy. And I'm like, oh man, I know we done did a couple shows down there, but I'm not thinking they gonna know who I am like that. And they're like, oh, where everybody at? Where Rich at? Where Dude at? I said, they working. We working. My brothers, we don't never stop working. And just because we don't be together all the time, don't mean that we're not lifting each other up. Because it ain't never been a competition. It's always been commission. We're gonna put our commission in together and we're rising. Whether if Highlight with us or Jay with us, Dude with us, no matter who with us, we winning. You feel me? Bug, he on it. People like when I'm like damn. If Kenwood could have been a DJ, you see what I'm saying? Because I love my brothers. I don't say nothing bad about them, but my DJs they've been going through something and they got to chase their own careers, and I'm not looking for them to chase after my career, and I ain't never been a hater, but that is a wonderful connection. Like you got like how Doobie got Highlight and Highlight got Doobie. Rich got Boog and Boog got Rich. Y'all, it's like it's a chemistry that nothing can buy or nothing can shape. It's just like it's meant to be. So you know how we gonna
Yeah.
show them who we about and what we about.
And anytime, obviously, if we're on the same thing, it's all family. So,
For
you know,
sure.
eh, Kente got a boog now too. You know,
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
um. So, what is something that probably nobody would know about you or expect? Something that you think would blow somebody's mind that they wouldn't know about you.
Um, that I go to church every single Sunday. They're like, ain't no way. I go to church every single Sunday, whether I'm out of town, I'm on live at church. I participate and I give back. I'm not one of those that say, oh, I'm going to give out free giveaways or like this band right here. This band is like a man's for movement. I go out, I go scouts, I talk to young people. I don't only like give them financial goals. I teach them how to fish. I teach them how to work on cars. I've been to college. I got a college degree. I've been to prison. Most people are like, ain't no way you go to church every Sunday and you making all that type of music. I say, you know what? At the end of the day, nobody could judge me but God. And I'm gonna be who
Right.
I'm gonna be 100%. And I'm a gangster. So they gotta love it, Grandpa. Can't help that. So for sure.
And I've been seeing lately, Jelly get a lot of flack for that. He'll be like, he says the word fuck or something, and people want to get on him because people have stigma in their head of if you're going to be a Christian, if you're gonna follow God, that you can't speak like this, you can't do this. Yes, we can, and it's
For
not like,
sure.
oh, hey, we got it, we just get a pass because no, if you believe, and I'm not going to get into religion or anything like that, y'all. We won't get too far into it, but that's exactly what it is, and that's crazy. I did not know that. Like, I did not know you went to church every Sunday. That's super dope, and that shows what kind of dedicated person you are, to something that you love. You love God, so you go and you do everything you can, and giving back to the kids and talking to the kids and giving them insight on how to move forward in life or whatever. So I learned something today. I did not know that. I knew you were very religious. I did not know that you went to church every day. So I'm glad I put that question in there. I wasn't going to put that question in there because I always ask everybody that. And a lot of times most people are like, they'll say something that literally everybody knows about them. And I'm like, no, man, we want to know something else. Like that. So that's dope. Um,
For sure.
so what inspired the Out of the Shadows?
Out of the shadows. Out of the shadows ain't dropped yet.
What inspired it? I'm just asking what inspired it.
Um. So it's just like when I did Selfish Heart, I'm like, I'm like, I gotta come up with something that identifies me. That because everybody say they want music, but every song has a chapter in my life. It's nothing that I have never done before or I have not seen done before. Out of the Shadows was I'm tired of I'm tired of giving everything I got and not being able to give the full me. Like the questions you asked me really touched me. Like I'm thinking everybody's perception of me is like, oh, I think I'm better than everybody, and or because you know your family thinking like, oh, you think because you got money or you think because you do this you better than everybody. I don't think I'm better than nobody. I just think I'm Kentay, and that's all I want to be. So I'm like I'm out of the shadows with it. Like I'm not hiding it, and like most people try to hide behind their own shadow, and I'm like I'm gonna just say I'm coming out the shadow. Like this is me. 100%. You can't change it. You can't mimic it. You can't clone it. This is what you're gonna get 100%. You're gonna get the real. Even if it hurts your feelings, I'm gonna tell you. Like, I went to somebody's funeral. It was my family's funeral, and they was saying everything good, but they didn't say nothing that he did was bad. And I said, well, God be with me. Don't come to my service if I was able to pass away. Y'all come there and say, oh, Kente was just such a goody two shoe. No, I did some fucked up. Everybody done did some fucked up shit, and that's what make you a greater person is being able to live through it. So I feel like if we come out of our shadow and we be able to look ourselves in the mirror, then there's nothing we can't face in life. So that's where I came out of the shadows, and I definitely got another track that I'm about to send you over later on this week because instead of me making music that works for me, I'm making music that works for everybody else, so we can really have that chemistry and that bond that where we gonna lock in and really. And I'm gonna put a budget behind this where it's gonna go crazy. It's gonna go crazy because Selfish Heart is really doing numbers that I never thought it would. I never thought in a million years that it would have as much attention as it had. And I'm grateful for that. But yeah, Selfish Heart, it came, I don't want to be in the shadow with nothing I do. There's nothing a secret. It's all what it is. And whatever you see is what you get.
That's what's up. Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, I'm with it. Whatever. I mean, I literally, that's one of the coolest things is me building a studio at home, like a quality studio at home. This last year has really opened my world to where you send me something to where I can. It's not like it used to be before, where I had to try to find the vibe, get in the studio, and find the vibe in the studio. I can literally wake up in the middle of the night and be like, that song is hitting me right now. I need to write to this. I need to record this, and I can do it in the moment now. So I really get a lot more emotion out of my music and stuff. So I'm really interested to see what you got
For
and
sure.
get moving on that. So we're gonna end it with one last question. If there's anything, what is one thing? If there's anything that people take from you or your music, what is that one thing that you want to make sure that everybody takes from you or your music?
The energy. You can't replace nothing. It's just, I want you to get my energy. Rather, if it's the music, I want you to be able to be 100% yourself at all times, and that's what I'm trying to give. I want it's the real. It's real. It's real life. Like people think that energy. Most people say God. God is a part of a form of energy. Like everybody have their own belief. Muslims, Christian, Buddha, but it's really just the energy. It's the way of life. Take my energy and run with it, because once you get a part of Kente, I guarantee you'll never forget him. You'll never forget him, and
That's
like I
damn
ain't
straight.
God, but you'll never forsake me. If you ever need me, you get caught in the rain. I'm gonna come and pull you out the mud. But I just really want you to take my energy. And I don't care if you respect me. I don't care if you love me. I don't care if you support me. Just take my energy and be able to build off of it. Because that's what I take from people. I take energy and I use it for good, not for evil. So that's what I really want people to take from me.
That's what's up. All right. So, where can everybody find you? What's the easiest way to find you? And do
Kentay
you have
Cowboy.
any
Kentay
appearances
Cowboy.
or shows coming up?
For sure, the Redneck Rave. I'm gonna be in Leary, Ohio at venue 18, I think, on the 19th, I think, or the 18th. It's on my page. But all I'm really focused on right now is the Redneck Rave. If y'all know me and y'all support me, and I know some of my people should be on here, and if y'all ain't, we're gonna have to talk about that later. Redneck Rave is about to be like it's about to blow your minds, and we got a whole lot of tricks. I talked to Rich. I'm like, what can do and can't do? Because we always trying to do more than what we can do, but with the respectful way, it's about to be a ball. The Cowboys are coming in, and we're gonna blast it out. We're gonna have a fun time, and that's all I'm really focused on right now as of right now.
That's what's
Kentay
up.
Cowboy on all platforms, stream everywhere. Kentay Cowboy.
Everywhere. I want to end it with playing your new song, Liquor Talks. So everybody gets a chance to hear it right here at the end. Make sure you go follow Kente on all platforms. Watch his lives. He is constantly active. And if you want to support artists like him or like me or any of us out here, that's a really easy way without even spending any money. Just tune in. Maybe shoot a share over. Tell someone about the. You ain't got to spend money all the time. It ain't always about money, especially with us. We just love the love, and if you got music, share it back to us. We want to hear other music too. We love music too. We're fans too. So, uh, with that being said, we're going to close it out with "Liquor Talks" by Kente Cowboy. Appreciate you for taking your time to come on. Tell the whole
Appreciate you
family
too.
and all the cowboys and cowgirls over there. We say what up from WTMF.
Well, let's ride. You know
I
we
love
love
you,
you
bro.
over here. Love you too, bro. Let's ride.
This cowboy comes with a kick. Come on, fellas, let's ride.
And everything. Go follow him now.
I am holding in my hand a glass of my best friend, and I know she's gonna be here to stay. All the problems have in hand, she's gonna be a helping hand. Promise she'll take them all away. My liquor talks, my liquor talks, my liquor talks. In a way, my liquor talks, my liquor talks. And I know she'll be here to stay. It's the end of the month and I'm drunker than a skunk, and my mother kicked me out of her place. Say I'm acting like a child and I've been here for a while. She said, boy, can you just give me some space? So I stumbled back around and the bottle I drowned, because I just was trying to ease the pain. It was love I found when the bottle came around, 'cause I knew that she could save the day. My liquor talks, my liquor talks, my liquor talks. In a way, my liquor talks, my liquor talks. And I know she'll be here to stay. They just call, let's call. Girl, you gave me your all. I'm gonna take a sip, you take me away. You never gave a damn except me for who I am, but the world trying to drive me insane. My liquor talks, my liquor talks, my liquor talks. In a way, my liquor talks, my liquor talks. And I know
Make sure you go follow
she'll
Kente
be
Cowboy on
here to
everything.
stay.
And every week.
I am holding
Wednesdays,
in my hand
right here.
a glass of my best friend, and I know she's gonna be here to stay. All the problems have at hand, she's gonna be a helping hand. Promise she'll take them all away. my liquor tongues.
All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Chop and the boys will be back up here at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What time is it? That's going to be in about 20 minutes or so, as long as everything's running on time. So I thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Once again, every Wednesday I will be bringing a different artist or somebody that's involved in the country rap world to be able to give you guys a raw interview, ask the questions that hopefully you guys want to hear the answers to, and introduce you guys to some new artists that maybe you're not familiar with. Shout out to Rich Regal, putting together for the rest of year's music. Hey, shout out to y'all for coming on here and receiving this segment that I do every week. Y'all don't have to tune in. I know Chop is the big dog here. He's got a great personality. Everybody loves Chop. But the fact that you guys are embracing some of these other, this is a slower show, Winning Wednesdays. It's not a lot of hype. We're not on here going crazy. And some of them do get a little bit more up, but I really that's the whole purpose of this, is to be able to get intimate with these artists and get a raw live answers from these artists and get to know them the best that we possibly can. And because I feel like I know an artist, I connect with them more. So when I go and listen to their music, I can kind of relate maybe a little more or understand where they're coming from a little more. So it makes it easier for me to consume their art, if that makes sense. So if I can help make that easier for you guys to consume their art, that's what I'm here to do. Again, I appreciate the chat. Yes, I was just going to say, big shout out to the chat. The blue names, green names, everybody that puts in a hand on this. I love working on this channel. I love doing the Winning Wednesdays. I will continue to do this as long as my time permits it. As everybody knows, I stay very, very busy. But just one of the times out of the week where I get to not be stressed, not be worried about what's going on, and I get to take an hour and just talk to, for the most part, everybody that I've had on here has been a friend of mine or family at this point. So it's given me a chance to let my hair down, so to speak, with this $1 million mullet, let my hair down and just relax and talk to my friends and, pull these answers and emotions out of people. So with that being said, once again, I ended this 14 times. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Kentay Cowboy for coming on and taking his time with us. We'll see y'all next Wednesday. And we'll see Chop here in just a short time, another 20 minutes or so. And it's time for country rap shit. Yeah.